I follow a ghost, it's not superstition, a figment that lingers in peripheral vision. It's there if you hear, but it's not if you listen. Envision, it is and it isn't. Stop. Yeah, that's me editing the scene you're looking at right now. Don't be too impressed, because I'm actually breaking one of the main rules of storytelling. That's because these shots have no purpose in moving the plot along. However, this meta-commentary of the irrelevance of the shots actually does tie in. So, let's talk about what I actually want to talk about. Essentially, I'm chasing a ghost. Not quite like him. This isn't a musical, by the way. The ghost I follow is a concept if I had to explain. It's like a certain little itch that I feel in my brain. I observe it in confusion with a sidelong gaze, but when I turn to see its face, all I see is vacant space. I'm attempting to paint an invisible entity. This thing hanging on my soul, it simultaneously exists and doesn't exist. It's a wavering outline, the silence after words that weren't said. I'm in a room made of mirrors, attempting to depict a mirror. A figure so subtle that, in the midst of description, I forget what I'm trying to describe, only to be reminded of its essence by this very fact of having forgotten. Descriptive attempt to tantamount to attempting to write about nothing as if it were everything. Attempting to convey every subtle detail of this entity without ever conveying a real, tangible detail. I'm haunted by this inexplicable compulsion to find some imperceptible, indiscernible thing, an object or phenomenon or entity, while simultaneously being dubious as to its reality. Could it be an invention of my imagination? An object whose defining feature is its existence in spite of its lack of defining features. If you would surmise everything I'd written regarding this concept, I don't believe it would be justifiable to declare it an accurate representation. In a similar way to how a whole can be described by the land surrounding it, this concept feels like it can be descriptively danced around and intuitively grasped, but never truly touched upon. This phenomenon is so faint, so untouchable, that I feel almost deceived by its very nature into believing it's merely a product of my propensity to imagine. If you leave this video feeling like I've touched upon something that resonates with you, but at the same time you feel like I've said nothing, then I think you're getting the gist of the concept. To a critical thinker, it seems obvious that each individual sentence I've presented is some meaningless string of words masquerading as an appeal to subtlety. However, for me, this rationalization didn't take away from the feeling that there is something there. The itch remained. The feeling that there is something inexplicable between these lines. Perhaps a ghost.